Jimmy Bartell at ground level. He's got with him a pretty happy Max Gawn.
Very happy Max Gawn, yeah, on your toes, bouncing about. Great result. You rode out a couple of tough moments there from the Saints.
Yeah, Saints are a top 6 team. Won a final last year. Exactly what we wanted to do. Play well against Freo at the G, and then back it up against Saints. It's really important. Freo meant nothing if we didn't back up tonight. So Maisie's 150th. Such a great cause in this bad game. Angus Brayshaw has really cut him deep with his girlfriend Danielle. And it was really glad that we were able to get a big crowd and be able to raise money for a good cause.
You mentioned that. There was a lot of emotion in the stadium tonight, and especially down the rooms. How did you guys control that? Because you got off to a great start.
Yeah, Gary almost had me in tears at the start. It was a really good message. Just makes you think about all your mates and all your loved ones and making sure you're reaching out. Not sure how many people are going to pick up the phone on the way home tonight when I'm calling them at midnight, but I hope someone does and we're able to have a chat. But it was really important to get a good start. Freo got a good start against us last time, so it's something we focused on.
A bit of the role you're playing tonight, dropping back behind the ball, is that because the young ruckman Luke Jackson can do the forward half stuff?
Yeah, I'm trying to limit him ruck time because he's going to take me position pretty soon, but he's a really good player, Luke Jackson, and we saw glimpses of it tonight. There's times that he can take forward half stoppages. There's times where I'll ruck the whole ground. I sat forward in the second quarter there for a bit. It's just a luxury to have someone like him.
Your combination with Clayton Ola has been fantastic, and Christian Petrarca tonight, it was just superb.
Yeah, and Jack Viney to start with. I thought his first 3-4 contests were super. Happy to have the big fella back. Jimmy Jordan, Tom Sparrow, Nathan Jones is in there. It's not just a one-man, two-man show, it's a 6-7 team.
And after half-time, a fair bit of excitement coming there with Cozzy Pickett.
He's a good player, isn't he? Yeah, he kicked a couple of good goals, I think. Should have kicked more. Sat on my head last week, almost sat on someone's head this week. He's a really exciting talent.
Well done, Max, and enjoy the win.
Thanks, Jim. Good man.
Always great to hear from Max Gawn. He's been an All-Australian in 4 of the last 5 seasons, and the hit-out count tonight, normally don't pay that much attention to that, but it was 52-17 Melbourne's way. Max Gawn had 14 hit-outs to advantage. He was at his all-time best tonight. The Melbourne Footy Club. There's Angus Brayshaw. I'm sure there'll be some emotion swirling around him. He just heard very close to the Frawley family and his girlfriend Danielle. The great Tony Lockett watching on. Let's get back down to Jimmy.
Jake Lever, your back line, it's just a well-oiled machine now. Considering yourself and Stephen May haven't played a lot of footy together in the last couple of years.
Yeah, it's been good. I think that over the summer we were able to get a lot of consistency in our training. And yeah, I don't really think it was mine and Stephen's turn today. I thought Adam Tomlinson was absolutely fantastic. And last week it was mine and Stephen's turn, but I think that's just the beauty of the backline group that we've got at the minute. We're really well oiled, as you said, and we take a lot of pride in our performance, and to hold St Kilda to 73 points, I think that's a pretty good effort.
Fair bit of maturity last couple of weeks. The opposition's had 5-minute runs at you, but you've been able to steady the ship.
Yeah, I think they kicked 5 goals in that second quarter, and probably the old Melbourne would have just went away from the way that we play, but we're able to stick to it, and yeah, considering how well we played in that second half of the second quarter, we're really pleased.
Thanks, Jake, and enjoy the win.
Thank you very much.
So the first ever Spuds game going the way of Melbourne at Marvel Stadium, defeating St Kilda by 18 points this evening. Welcome to Saturday's stretch. Brad Johnson, Jordan Lewis. After all that pre-season pressure on the Melbourne Demons, they've started the season perfectly. You've got a big smile on your face.
It was good. Oh, well, I'm just thinking Jake Lever must have been punched in the throat. I've never heard his voice so deep. But, I mean, it wasn't the prettiest game to watch, to be honest. There was a lot of mistakes by both sides.
Start with the positive.
I'm getting to that.
Okay.
But there were some things that you would like about the way that Melbourne played. One being backing up after a win. And as Max said after the game, last week's win wouldn't have meant anything if they can't back it up against a quality side in St Kilda. They had a big win last week, so it was their ability to back it up.
Yeah, he looked really relieved when he said that, didn't he?
Well, I think so. I think pressure builds, and we've all been in this situation where you can feel it, and it was a different game for a lot of different reasons, being the Spud game, close connection to St Kilda and Melbourne. But Melbourne need to start winning games in succession to gain that trust back from their fans.
And changing the fortune of the game as well. I think that's Jake Lever mentioned it. We mentioned it at half-time. The fact they were 3 or 4 goals down there at one stage in the second quarter, 10 minutes to go, they really changed the nature of the way the game was played, got back that momentum, which is difficult to do, and then were able to hold on to that.
Yeah, I think they kicked 9 of the last 14 goals. So after they wrestled back momentum, they were able to use it on their own accord to score. And when you've got a couple of special players coming into the system, it certainly rejuvenates the list, makes you look up and put a smile on your face. But there was some good efforts, some good efforts tonight without being flashy in terms of, I thought the backs were pretty good.
Jaden Hunt did a good job on
So the backs, so St Kilda's smalls, Jono, can be quite dangerous. If you let them get up the ground and try and race you back to goals, they can be quite dangerous. So Higgins only has the 9 disposals, Butler 8 disposals, and Loney 8. So they were well held.
And Melbourne had 31 scoring shots for the night. So that's huge, you know what I mean? Yes, 12-19, they want to make that 19-12, but ultimately that's still great ability to have that themselves and restrict the opposition to the 18.
And of course, Stephen May there embracing family and friends because it's his 150th game tonight. He seems like such a loved figure amongst the Melbourne Football Club, and they're going to sing the song very proudly tonight.